Hi, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Spiritual Sense weekly collective tarot reading. This is the week of May 29th to June 4th. I'm so excited about this week. Um, the theme came out so clearly, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. Please consider and subscribe. What I do is I pull the cards ahead of time, meditate on the messages, read more specifics, and even research and see for any cards that I don't know about to see if there's hidden meanings. And oh my goodness, wow. This week I have added a new card, and it is a rune card. I love learning new different modalities, and runes are something that I've been trying to learn past year and periodically look at them. And the theme, the message that's coming through in 3 different cards actually, and this is not a lot of cards here, is the snake spirit. Like even in the ropes of the Ace of Swords, there's a rope around the sword. And then in the riddle from the Archetype Tarot, and literally the snake spirit came through as well. So I'll get into the reading. But basically, for the collective, there's a sense of meeting of the lower and the higher worlds that is happening among many of you, many of us, where if you have been on this journey for a long time, you have been seeking and it's been kind of elusive. You are seeking something, and just as you think you're there, it escapes you. And in the riddle, it clearly says that, when you're trying to solve a puzzle, the best thing to do actually in the seeking is just to not solve it at all. And I'll read that archetype. So the puzzle is the question and the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found. Ultimately, it's not even important. Rather, there must be a shift from literal to metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small, literally, about the situation. The riddle card appears when energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen cone. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma will not reveal its deep wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. So, a lot of people who are in the spiritual awakening, they keep learning new terms, new ways of being, and constantly healing. But eventually, you have to kind of let go of the things that you have been studying, because there is no way of knowing. You do have free will, but so does everybody else around you. If you are thinking about a situation where you're at and you're not sure, or you're thinking like putting some meaning into it, like, oh, you meet this person and you think they're like your like soulmate or something like that, for example. And what happens is you think about all these different scenarios. So what you literally need to do is just let go of the expectations. Let go of all the things you know when you are in this situation, and accept the reality as it is, and let go of the past. There's some people that bring, their regrets, their soul regrets from the past into the present, and it's kind of limiting your present relationships or new relationship. Basically, your soul wants you to know that you cannot change the past. Accept it as it is. Another piece. So all of the things that happen in your life is also like a puzzle. It every single thing that happened to you is created you as kind of like a puzzle piece. So it's a piece of you that built you into who you are today. You're strong. You're so intuitive. Your instincts are heightened. You're connected to the 7th chakra, is wide open. So this is why all the spiritual people are really have issues with like grounding, because they're so intuitive and powerful. And when you go out into the world, you can absorb other people's energies and you get easily pulled into their realities. But you need to know that you need to heal, and there's still healing left 55, if that number resonates with anybody. Snake spirit, time to heal. Another thing is that came through is this Kundalini. So if your Kundalini has awakened and you're not ready for it, it may cause a lot of chaos in your life. But if you're living, if you're meditating, being mindful. If you're not meditating, you can, pray or whatever it is that you do. You can practice mindfulness, presence, be clean in your eating and your diet and exercise regimen, take walks, just spend time with yourself. Then you can really truly heal, because Kundalini awakening, if you're experiencing that, and the message is that, if you are experiencing Kundalini, it can bring the past. It can bring up anything that you haven't healed, and then it impacts if you're like in a relationship or meeting new people, you can kind of project onto them that fear, those deepest fears in the past. So another, if you do this work, what's going to happen is, you're going to persevere. You know what you need to do. So this card, perseverance, and the color is just beautiful. It's purple and green. So really connected to the heart. Affirm, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So be present with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, and know that you can let go of the past, because every day is a new beginning. And even with the Ace of Swords, it's like the new beginnings, being hopeful, being optimistic about the future, because it's kind of that new mind. Every day that you wake up, accepting who you are, knowing all parts of yourself, because sometimes unknown, the darkest parts of us can come up to be healed. So don't judge those parts, accept them as they are, know them deeply, have cold space for them, be vulnerable, open yourself to your people, and share your deepest wounds, deepest secrets. Only the people that have these deep wounds know that they are the ones that are here to heal. You are here to heal yourself and people around you. And how do you do that? With your own presence, with your own vibration. Sometimes you don't even need to say a word with people that you're with. They're just happy to be in your presence, to connect with you through your eyes, through your energy. Another incredible thing, so like I was saying in the beginning, I pulled a rune card. It's Yihwaz. Yihwaz is, I'll read a little bit about this, but it basically another card that came through that represents Kundalini. It's the bridge between life and death. It's the bridge between the material and non-material, and it is overcoming the fear of death. So when you think about all of our fears, stem down from a fear of dying. Like, oh, am I gonna die because I didn't do this, or am I gonna die if this change happens in my life? And you're feeling it. This is actually showing that somebody out there, I don't know if this is for one person, for 10, 100, whatever it may be, somebody is literally on the brink of like really like enlightenment, spiritual awakening, coming to the terms and being really in the 0 point field of being really balanced, knowing why they're here, and you know why you're here, and you're grounded, you're feeling so much joy, yet you're detached from outcome, you're being really present. And the way that this card looks, it's like this man is tied to this tree, and there's like a skeleton around him, like kind of like tormenting him, I guess. So it says, the card depicts a skeleton tormenting a man who is tied to a pole. However, the man appears to be quite strong. Perhaps he will be able to free himself. The card speaks to us of inner strength and the efforts we must undertake to achieve radical and painful changes, as well as defend ourselves against attacks. Card can speak also to our dark side. All of us have one, recognizing it's an important step into getting to the root of ourselves. So basically, like I was saying, like when you connect your deepest roots of the deepest, darkest parts of yourself, then you will stop projecting them onto the other people. Just notice, like, if you don't know what your deepest roots, yeah, you will know by the way that you are triggered by certain people. Those are the parts that they are triggering in you that need to be coming up to be healed. Think about our ability to defend ourselves from the attack of others. How much do we know ourselves and our self-destructive tendencies? Also be on the lookout for like self-sabotaging patterns. That doesn't do you any well. and all the people around you. They want you to be in love. They want you to be loved. That's because that's what you are. Ihwaz makes us strong, courageous, introspective, and helps us examine and overcome our deepest fears. So this is where the spiritual person out there, spiritual people, this is where the juice lies, the deepest fears. Once you're not afraid to face them and to see them fully for what they are, and getting in the present moment that they don't have any more control over you, and doing the work of acknowledging that who you are, you are loved and you are here for a reason. To let go of those fears is how you're going to persevere and move forward and take quantum leaps. And you're already doing that by reaching these new higher realities. Literally, you're taking quantum leaps in life. And sometimes you take quantum leaps without even thinking. You're following your instinct. Instinct is right here. The wolf spirit also. You have an inner guide within you, kind of like a wolf spirit that is so beautifully present within you. You need to listen to that voice if you're ready or not. So imagine you're walking in like this woods, and you're not sure. Everything is pitch black. You're not sure where to go, but you're kind of like, it is what it is. I can't do anything. Worrying is not going to do anything to you. When you're in the biggest dangerous situations, you're really not even your adrenaline takes over, and you're just literally following your instinct. You are not worrying about what your mind's thinking about some past issue or not. You are literally in the present moment, and this is where you are right now. I feel like a lot of you are kind of seeing the illusion of this reality, seeing how the media, seeing how everybody's trying to pull you into their little worlds, their superficial illusions. And even this rune to me looks like somebody who is seeing something that is dragging them down, but really it's dead. It's like not even there. It's like an illusion that somebody's holding you back and you can't move forward because they're holding you back. But literally, like, once you just relax and like the grip of the rope, you'll just realize it's like completely almost loose. So you can just relax, surrender. You are free. Always know you're born free. You are free right now. And you deserve to follow your dreams and wishes. So I'm going to read one more card with the leap, and then we will conclude this reading, because I like to keep these pretty short and sweet. So hopefully this resonated with somebody out there. Life begins for the courageous. Universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap. Throw yourself up in the air. Perhaps you know that you're being called to leap towards something, but you're scared to make the move. Or maybe perhaps you're waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual or permission to do so first. If this is you, this card is your sign and permission to take deep breath and leap into the unknown. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was full of life to fall away leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels nothing will grow again. The branches are in the morning of spring, the new shoots begin to appear, and something new is born, even more glorious than before. So, I mean, literally, like, more than like half of the cards are talking about the rebirth and Kundalini and awakening. I'm going to close with the snake spirit as well. No matter how much you may have lost or how you have been disappointed, you are called by the snake spirit to shed the past and practice radical self-acceptance now. Only by forgiving yourself can you move on, regardless of whether anyone else is ready for healing. When your tender new skin first becomes exposed, you may feel uncomfortable. Love yourself and remain vulnerable anyways. You have been weak, but now you have becoming strong and developing wisdom, and you will do better in the future. Snake spirit reminds you that hearts can be so easily wounded. Apologies and amends go a long ways. Self-forgiveness for your role in what happened can help you heal. Remember, it is the one who has been wounded who often has the greatest power to help others heal. And that's absolutely beautiful. And I will close with that. And I definitely feel this energy for me personally. My Chiron is in Taurus, and there's a bunch of planets in Taurus, so I feel deep healing is happening, but that's on my personal level. And when it comes to snake spirit, I have always been connected to the snake spirit. I just love it so much. I know that we all have fears of snakes and stuff, but they just mean so much in the life, death, life, rebirth, and transformation. And if you're on the spiritual journey, you're always transforming. And sometimes letting go can be like on a really unconscious level. You think you have let go, but you really have not. There's small little things that you're holding on so tightly that you need to let go to accept this new you who you're becoming. So thank you guys for being here. Please subscribe, like, comment, and you can visit the Spiritual Sense for a reading or to make a donation. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and here on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.